Atlanta Motor Speedway, the home of the second of 4 Cora Sunday Money Chase for the championship races, and it couldn't come at a finer place. Don Stevenson comes in, your points leader, but will he walk out the same way after battling at the world's fastest 1.5 miles down in the heart of Dixie at Atlanta Motor Speedway? We will find out after we conclude 125 laps here with the Cora Sunday Money Series. It's Retro Night, brought to you by JJN Productions, live on LSRTV. Good evening, race fans. Joe Cortez, Carl Jones joining you up here in the broadcast booth. Lance Mead will be joining us throughout the race with his own little computer tips and ideas on how these guys are doing. Let's go ahead and take it down trackside, though, for tonight's opening ceremonies.
Good evening, race fans. Cora Championship Online Racing Association proudly presents the Sunday Money Series. The Sunday Money Series is being brought to you by Cole's Wheelboard Truck Center, Redwood Falls, Minnesota. Berkey Painting and Sandblasting, a quality job at a fair price, Redwood Falls, Minnesota. Hurley Property Maintenance, when you want the job done right, Kingston, Ontario. Dale Smalley Drywall, the finish is what counts. Sophia, North Carolina. Small Town Computers, serving Midwestern Michigan. SH&D Trucking, Elburn, Illinois. Collision Works and Collision Works Auto Body Express, making friends by accident in Memphis, Tennessee. Now at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps, as the Reverend Rusty Dent will deliver our invocation.
Dear Lord, let us pray. We want to thank you, Lord, for all we have. Dear Lord, we ask you that you protect those men and women who serve us both here and abroad. And, oh Lord, we give thanks to those who have served us and have given that ultimate sacrifice that we may enjoy the liberties that we have today. And, oh Lord, we ask you that you give these drivers the skill and the good internet connection so that we may be given a race like no other. Lord, we ask you that iRacing give us the green-white checkers that we so deserve, and that we may enjoy an exciting race to the finish we all want to see. Lord, may you heighten the senses and protect these drivers so that they can give us a 3-wide door-banging race to the checker flag tonight. And can we all say amen? And I'll say amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we proudly introduce Jaden Berkey to sing our national anthem.
Glorious and free, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And now at this time, the 5 sons of our CEO, James Brown, Alex, Andrew, Nick, Cody, and Ethan will deliver the 4 most famous words in all of automotive racing. Good luck, drivers. To all those watching, it's time to sit back, relax, and strap it down. Let's go Sunday Money Racing, Cora style.
And that was our opening ceremonies here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the second race of the 4-race chase for the Cora Sunday Money Championship here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's Retro Night, brought to you by JJN Productions. And you know what that means, Carl? We've got a lot of cool paint schemes we have not seen on a Sprint Cup car in quite a while.
Yeah, I've been running down through the garage area all day just admiring some of these paint schemes here. We've seen some really, really cool stuff out here. It's really exciting to see some of these old paint schemes being brought back to life. It's going to be a fun race.
It's going to be a lot of fun racing out here, and I think just for the paint schemes alone. I mean, already in the pre-race, watching these guys warm up for practice, we've seen what? Two are old Dale Earnhardt schemes, 2 Michael Waltrip schemes, 1 Bobby Labonte retro scheme. I know there's one the smoke scheme running around here somewhere. Tony Stewart, championship number 20 running around here somewhere. So just for the paint schemes alone, tonight's race ought to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, but we're going to be getting really serious here really quick because we got a really tight point championship brewing here between not only the overall points, but for the Busch Series point standings also. It's going to be a very interesting race. We're going to have a lot of fun here, I think, with this broadcast. It's going to be one of my favorite races today.
David Wenck comes into that nationwide championship 58 points above Don Stevenson. So David Wenck can't afford to drop anything tonight. He's got to go hammer down all the way because Don Stevenson could very easily steal it away.
Oh, you got Don Stevenson sitting there, and I think we're also looking at Nathan Sedlak was sitting there. Nathan Sedlak was only 43 points behind him for the Busch Series points. So, yeah, David Wenck's got to be on top of the wheel and on his A-game tonight.
Leaders are on the grid. Let's go ahead and take you down to tonight's qualifying order brought to you by JJN Productions. Qualifying fastest and on the pole tonight. He'll start on the outside. It's the young Phenom, the 51, Nick Doucette. It's on the outside of row number 1. On the inside of him will be your second place qualifier through the week's qualifying sessions, the 38 of Dale Graybill. Alan Bowes will start position number 3 on this field. On the outside of him will be the 27 of Gary Bauer. Nathan Sedlak, the number 35 machine, he will start 5th in points tonight, but he'll also start position number 5 on the field. On the outside of him, the 20 of David Wenck, who missed the opening race in the chase. He will start in position number 6. Dominic Dyball starts position number 7 out there. Sam Watson, position number 8. Joel Wood will start the 79, position number 9, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 24 of Everett Lane. Michael Churchman, position number 11. Don Stevenson, position number 12. Jake Anderson will be 13th. Richard Allen, 14th, and Bradley Cooper rounds out your top 15. Michael Tibbetts, Colton Berkey, Sean Dower, Stacey Adams, and the CEO, James Brown, in that Fireball Roberts retro paint scheme is going to round out your top 20 star qualifiers tonight. John Pensula, Sal Accardi, Michael Whitlock, Phil Gary, James Wilkins, your top 25. Dylan Ackert, Marcus Babb, Jason Halverson, Eric Sharp rounding out the field of 29 drivers who will take the call when we go racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. They are off. The pace car is taking them around for their 1 lap, and it will be Nick Doucette, Dale Graybill, and Alan Bowes coming up to the front of the field to lead them for the first of 125 laps around the fastest mile and a half in the circuit. Carl, you ready for a ride tonight?
Oh, I'm ready to go, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. From what I understand here, Nicholas Doucette, he's going to take the outside pole tonight instead of sitting on the inside. The pole sitter does get his choice, so he's going to take the outside pole tonight. So Nicholas is going to be lining up on the outside. Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm just loving going through. I see a Jeff Gordon paint scheme here, if I'm not mistaken, too. From Terry Labonte. Wow, this is cool.
This is going to be a crazy field, a crazy colorful field, getting ready to take the green flag here in just half a lap. It is going to be the number 51 of Nick Doucette leading this field in that, what do we say? That's it's a Darrell Waltrip inspired Mountain Dew scheme. On the outside of the end, the 38, the 54, they're not retro schemes, but we'll forgive them this time by. Nathan Sedlak, though, take a look at that old paint scheme. We've not seen that Purolator machine out running in quite a long time.
Oh, that's a sharp-looking car. Yeah, it is. Who ran the old Purolator car? That was...
We'll get to that in just a moment. We're trying to figure out all these paint schemes. Green flag flies, and the first of 125 laps around Atlanta Motor Speedway starts. Nick Doucette gets the huge jump on the outside. Dale Grable down second, Alan Bose third, Nathan Sedlak fourth, and David Wank in an Old Eagle 1 machine, rounding out your top five. But here comes Sam Watson in a Phoenix construction machine. He's going to try to make some moves on the high side, and they're going to go 2 by 2 into turns number 3 and 4.
Got Alan Bose here sitting up here in the monster car. That's not a retro, but it's a really cool looking paint scheme. He's sitting out here on the outside of the 35 car of Nathan Sedlak. Nathan Sedlak looks like he's going to be falling back a bit. He's going to fall back in line behind Alan Bose. Dominic Dyball, he's out there sporting the other Darrell Waltrip car in the Small Town Computers car, looking really sharp out there today.
Back in about position number 9, 10, 11. You've got 2 retro cars in it and a regular one in the forms of Everett Lane, the 24 Rainbow Warrior running position number 9, the 88, the Lafarge Elgin, Illinois shop machine of Michael Churchma running 10th, and your points leader going into the chase, Don Stevenson, in that Dale Earnhardt inspired silver and black machine, position number 11 right now. Stevenson has a lot on the line tonight. He can not only walk away with a nationwide championship tonight, but he can also solidify his points lead over Michael Churchma. Those two drivers came in only 16 points away from each other, so you know this battle around position number 10, 11, it's going to stay cautious right now, but I got a feeling it's going to heat up very, very quickly. Leading that line, though, is Dominic Dyball in that very swish-looking Small Town Computers machine, number 15. It's an old Buick, I think. Yeah, it's got Buick on the bumper there, Carl.
Yeah, it does. That has the old Buick. I was just watching here. The Dale Grable was just about getting overtaken by the Alan Bose car, but he looks like he's going to be pulling up on Nicholas Doucette. He's going to be challenging for the lead. Dale Grable's going to take the inside line away from Nicholas Doucette. He's going to go by. It looks like Alan Bose is also going to go. Sam Watson is going to follow right along suit. See how far Nicholas is going to fall back. Oh, they're wrecking back here in the backstretch.
Trouble on the backstretch on lap number 5, and it looks like it's going to involve a handful of cars out there. Some able to take evasive actions, others less so. Caution flag will fly, and that will bring out our first caution of the evening on lap number 5. And I didn't quite catch the cars that were involved in that one, but it looks like it all happened right over in front of the 21 machine. That's Jason Halverson, whose car needs no introduction. It's going to involve the 60 of Sean Dower, and it looks like Sean Dower, and it'll be the 81 of Colton Berkey that ultimately get involved and bring out the first caution flag of the evening.
I'm not seeing a lot of damage here on the Sean Dower car. Looks like he was able to pretty much get through that unscathed. I don't know exactly what happened. I kind of missed it. I just saw some smoke taking off there coming down the backstretch as we were talking about the front of the pack there, and I didn't get to see exactly who all was involved with the heavy damage, but I'm taking a look at here at Sean Doer's car. His car looks like it's in pretty good shape right now.
Sean Doer, the 60, self-spinning. Laura's got the replay going right now, and you can see just what happens coming off of turn number 2 here. And it looks like the 60 of Dower just overdrives it off to just a little bit. The 81 of Colton Berkey, the SH&D trucking machine, nowhere to go, so he's going to get into the back of the old school motorsports machine. He'll spin it around in the spin cycle, make heavy contact with the wall, and that should give him a little bit of right rear damage out there, maybe even a little bit of left rear damage, as Dower will now limp it around and try to get some repairs done on pit lane. We are under our first caution flag here in the JJN Retro Night with the Cora Sunday Money Series at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's go ahead and take you down through the points as they stand going into tonight's race. Laura's got the video now. And that's a look at the points coming into tonight's race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. After this race, only 2 more races left in the chase for the Sunday Money Series. One more time to the Big Deal of Michigan, and one more time around the high banks of Talladega before we crown a season champion for the Championship Online Racing Association Season number 4. Dale Graybill, Nick Doucette once again on the front row, exactly as they started 8 laps ago. Green flag flies, and the 38 of Dale Graybill's not going to waste this opportunity. He's going to hit the hammer quick, and he'll jump on right in front of Nick Doucette. Alan Bowes trying to figure out where he's going to go. Bowes not sure which way he wants to go. He'll go low this time. He'll jump on the train. Sam Watson pushing him. That leaves a 51 and Nick Doucette out in the rain. 2 by 2 down the backstretch.
Churchman got knocked back quite a few positions. Went down through the grass there going through the tri-oval. Looks like he was able to get the car back into under control underneath him there, and he's back underway. But he did lose a couple positions on that restart.
It looks like he cut into the grass there coming off of turns 3 and 4 once again, so Churchma might be in a little bit of trouble there in that Lafarge machine. Elgin, Illinois shop may have something to worry about. Is maybe not, though, as now the 31 and 24 are going to get side by side. The 31 running that old Rusty Wallace car. I believe that was Rusty Wallace that ran that Miller Genuine Draft black and gold machine way back in the day. I believe he might even won a championship in that car. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carl.
Down the front there, so it must have just been a little bit of a love tap to Dominic, and just got him a little bit loose and got him over there into the grass, and Dominic was able to gather it back up. Like I said, he's back underway on the track.
Now it's a battle for position number 10 as Don Stevenson in the 47 machine trying to hunt down the 24 of Everett Lane. Lane will drop a position. He'll drop position number 11. Don Stevenson will break into the top 10 for the first time tonight. And that's kind of an interesting points implication as well. Everett Lane came into this race 60 points back from the leader. He's still in striking distance, but he needs to work with Don Stevenson here as a 47 Earnhardt-inspired machine starts working his way to the front. Right in front of him is the man that could take away his points lead with a good finish tonight, Michael Churchman. But Churchman still looks like he's having problems with that gravel-colored 88 machine out there. It looks like it just doesn't want to turn coming off of 3 and 4, Carl.
Yeah, keep an eye on him there a little bit. I don't know, maybe he does have a little bit of damage. It's kind of hard to tell with that gravel paint job whether he's got damage or not on the front end. He might have stoved up the front of that car a little bit when he got into the back of Dominic, and maybe it's causing him to have some pushing problems. He's not able to make it through the turns as cleanly.
Meanwhile, back up front, we have a new leader. It's the 54 Monster Machine of Alan Bowes. He's gotten around the 38 of Dale Graybill, so Alan Bowes will try to show the way here for just a couple laps, but that might not happen as much as it would. Here comes Sam Watson down on the inside, Nick Doucette on the inside as well, and they're going to battle for position number 2. That's Sam Watson and Dale Graybill, the 38 and the 33, looking to battle on that inside line. Now it's going to be a battle for number 2. It should belong to Sam Watson at the start-finish line. No! Just seconds, just hairs, fractions of a second off. Watson going to try it again. The 38 now has a new friend in the 51 of Nick Doucette, and they're going to try to hold him off on the outside line.
There, he was taking a look there. He saw that opening in the middle. I think he was going to try to make it go 3 wide there. I don't think that's going to work too good on this track, but that's what he was looking for. He was looking to go 3 wide, I believe, on that, and he's looking again.
Looking again, trying to figure out what he can do, trying to figure out if he can make the move. Not going to happen. The 20, 33, and 38 still battling side by side. Sam Watson in that Phoenix Construction inspired machine, and the 38 of Dale Graybill on the outside. Graybill now has the advantage coming off of 2. Can he hold it going through turns 3 and 4? The 54 of Bowes will go high, allowing the 38 to pick up his draft. That's enough to pull the 38 in front of the 33, but now the 33 is Sam Watson has to contend with the 51 of Nick Doucette, running that old Michael Waltrip, Darrell Waltrip inspired Mountain Dew machine.
I haven't seen a Michael Waltrip car out here yet. I've seen a couple Darrell Waltrip cars. I don't think anybody has any love for old Michael for some reason tonight, but yeah, these guys seem like they're going to wind up here, and they're going to go single file now as they go into onto the back stretch here with Alan Bowes, or actually on the front stretch, excuse me, Alan Bowes, Dale Gravel, Sam Watson, and Nicholas Doucette lining up in single file here, top 4.
Then look who's in position number 5 right now. David Wenk in that number 20, the Old Eagle 1 inspired machine. And you'll have to remind me who drove that one, because I've seen that scheme before, but I think he's David Wenk's digging into the archives a little bit to get that scheme out there on the track. David Wenk's got the most on the line right now. He can not only try to get back in the points discussion with a good finish here, but he can also solidify his nationwide championship as well.
Yeah, he can. Very well. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. That paint scheme he's running there, that's an old Mark Martin paint scheme, as a matter of fact. The Eagle 1 paint scheme that Mark Martin ran quite a few years back.
Digging into the archives to find that paint scheme as more shifting going on here in the front. It's now going to be Sam Watson, the 33 machine, in position number 2. Well, assuming Sam Watson doesn't have any electrical issues, Gravel moves up to 3rd. Nick Doucette still in 4th, and it's going to be David Wenk just on the outside looking in position number 5. Nathan Sedlak, Richard Holland, 6th and 7th. Joel Wood, the 79 machine, and I believe a Steve Park Pennzoil inspired machine that's going to be sponsored by, looks like the sponsor there, R&R Transport. That's, of course, the sponsor. He's going to be running position number 8 right now. Running at your top 10, your 2 points leaders, Michael Churchma in 9th, and Don Stevenson rounding out the top 10.
And watching Don Stevenson, he's just running nice and smooth here, trying to keep the tires underneath him. He was telling me earlier this week that he's got a long-run car. His car will start to come in after about 15, 20 laps on the green. Once the tires come in, he said, watch out, he's going to be able to move himself up to the front. During the beginning of the runs, he said he's very, very loose. Once his tires comes in, he's going to be able to hold that thing, he said, right to the bottom of the line, and he said he's going to go right to the front. So let's keep an eye on him tonight.
Meanwhile, back in position number 15, Fireball Robertson and James Brown, the CEO, gets around the 15 of Dominic Dyball, running the Small Town Computers machine in that old Darrell Waltrip inspired Buick. You mentioned everyone having love for DW and no one for old Mikey. Well, Carl, when Michael wins a couple of championships and ends up in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, I'm sure we'll be seeing a little bit more paint schemes out there. Until then, boogity, boogity, boogity.
Let's go racing, boys. Number 68 car of...
That's 68.
He's running the old Folgers car.
Gary, he is running an old one of 2 Folgers cars we see tonight. Right in front of him is Michael Tibbetts, the newest old sports driver, and he is running one of at least 3 Earnhardt-inspired machines out there. He is running the old Wrangler jeans machine, not the blue and black, but the black and gold, it looks like, for him. So Michael Tibbetts tipping a nod to the Intimidator out there as he's going to run position number 13, trying to run down the Curiel trucking machine of Salicardi like he's the Intimidator. Not going to happen this time by, and they were almost going to go 3 wide there with Phil Gary. Gary trying to figure out where he wants to go. He's going to hitch that Folgers machine up to the back of Salicardi, and a great battle here around position number 12.
Looking back here from the 8th car, Jay Anderson running the Interstate battery car there of Bobby Labonte. Watching this race unfold behind him. Trying to see if I can get a better look, which I cannot because he's actually pulling away from these guys.
Michael Whitlock, another one of those Folgers machine, DW-inspired Folgers machine, spins out, coming on to pit road. Michael Whitlock in a little bit of trouble down there. He's going to end up saving it, but Michael Whitlock's going to be the first driver on pit road on lap number 25. Not sure what these guys' pit window is. Got a feeling that we're going to start seeing that hand being tipped here sooner rather than later out here. Now trouble now for the 15 machine. It looks like the 15 machine was bouncing through the turns 1 and 2 there as Dominic Dyball fought with the number 25 of Bradley Cooper. The recool paint schemes right there. You've got the 25 Terry Labonte machine back when he was a Hendricks driver. Dominic Dyball running another DW machine out there, and look who's back there in that group as well. The 29 of Dylan Ackert tipping his hat to three-time Winston Cup and Sprint Cup champion Tony Stewart, who's now going to be sitting position number 18.
Alan Bose, he's pulled himself out about a half-second lead over Sam Watson, Dale Gravel, and David Wenk, he's sitting here in 4th position. Nicholas Doucette, he's fallen back to 5th position. Richard Holland moved his way up into 6th position. Nathan Selleck sitting right there in 7th. So Nathan Selleck's looked like he's getting ready. He was going to want to go up here and see if he could challenge David Wing for that championship right now.
Don Stevenson continues to run in 10th. His competitor for the points lead, Michael Churchma, in 8th. Don Stevenson in another Earnhardt-inspired machine. And this is the cool thing about this scheme, Carl, is this is the scheme right here that started the trend of running the special schemes at the Winston, then the Winston Unlimited, now the Sprint All-Star race. We're in that black and chrome 47 machine, sponsored by the Coles Wheelberg Truck Center. Don Stevenson sitting in 10th right now. I've got a feeling that he's got to channel his inner intimidator here pretty quickly, because he can't afford to finish behind Michael Churchman tonight.
Well, he needs to be, like I said, he's got to get his tires coming in. He said he was going to do it. He said he's going to move himself up to the front there and get it once his tires come on. But he is kind of stalled out there around 10th position. He hasn't made any kind of moves forward. We do have a change for 2nd place there. Sam Watson has just around David Grable again for the 2nd position.
The blue and yellow number 3 of James Wilkins running an original Dale Earnhardt Wrangler Jean scheme. He's going to be the second car to go at least 1 lap down. He just got passed by your leaders that time by, and now James Wilkins will go down 1 lap, currently being scored position number 28. Lap traffic already on the way as we run lap number 31 of 125, and it looks like we've got some other issues on the track. Caution on the field as we looks like one of the cars may have got a little bit of trouble out there, and I'm having a hard time seeing it. It looks like it was as I try to look for it out here, it looks like it might have been one of the cars that was running on the back stretch, and I'm not exactly sure who it was. There's number 26, Marcus Babb.
Marcus Babb, number 26 car. Yeah, the Autos for Sale.Carcon just got topped by the 0-1, and around he went into the inside tire wall really hard. He's done a lot of damage in front of that car.
The 26 of Marcus Babb, good for a ride. Another Darrell Waltrip inspired machine out there, the AutosForSale.com. 26 now down on pit road, looking for whatever they can do to salvage their night. No caution flag out on the field. Everything was self-controlled, so we're going to continue green flag racing out there with the 54 of Alan Bowes. Running position number 1, Sam Watson 2nd. David Wenck now looking for the Nationwide Championship, sitting position number 3. Dale Grable 4th, and Richard Holland rounding out your top 5.
Nicholas Doucette right now is being passed Nathan Selleck. Nathan Selleck's going to move up into the 6th and knocking Nicholas back here to the 7th position.
28's around. The 28 machine almost gets into trouble out there. That 28 machine of Michael Whitlock, he went down pit road early. He's going to barely be able to save his car coming off of turns 1 and 2. Scary moments for everyone around that 28 of Whitlock. But he's going to get it back on the track, and he'll be running on 5 laps down and still running out there on the track. Scary moments for Whitlock.
Yeah, it looks like the rear end just got away from him there a little bit. He was able to get it back under control before he did any damage. Everybody was able to get around him, no incidents there. So, yeah, very, very scary moment there for Michael Whitlock there. I thought for sure that was going to cause a big one. He was right there in front of the field.
The 26 of Marcus Babb now coming off pit road at 3 laps down, probably 4 when they cycle him back around once again. So he's going to do what he can to at least salvage his night for his sponsors. New leader up front, though, it's the 33 Phoenix Construction Machine of Sam Watson, getting around the monster Alan Bowes. So now a new leader emerges. Sam Watson trying to make a big move out there. Bowes 2nd, David Wenck 3rd. Now a battle brewing for 4th as Richard Holland gets around Dale Grable. And Richard Holland in that Miller Genuine Draft, a Rusty Wallace machine, he will hold on to position number 4. And it looks like the cream is starting to rise out here a little bit.
Yeah, we got the leaders out here. They're making their laps out here about 29 seconds a lap. Got Everett Lane. He's out here. He's in a lot of trouble. He's having a lot of problems. Just about had the car around sideways. The next car ready to go lap down. He's 23 seconds back from the lead, driving that looks like old Jeff Gordon paint scheme. But yeah, he just about had it around there in front of the leaders here a couple seconds ago.
Meanwhile, back on track, Don Stevenson had found his way up from 10th to 8th. The 47 machine in front of him, Michael Churchma. This is going to be the battle to watch all night between Stevenson and Churchma, because whoever ends up ahead in that race is going to ultimately decide how the end of this chase may be determined. If Stevenson pulls up the upset over Churchma, Churchma could be once again the bridesmaid in the Cora Sunday Money Series. If Churchma can succeed, he might be looking at it being in a good place to win his first championship, which he was denied last year. Remember, Churchma was one of the strongest runners going into last season's chase. In season number 4, only one thing is guaranteed. We will have a brand new champion. It's just a question of who.
Back up here in the front there, Alan Bose just ducked it right down below Sam Watson. Once again, took the lead. It looks like these guys got a 2-car race going up here by themselves up here in the front with Alan Bose and Watson. We got David Wink. He's sitting about 2 seconds back, and Richard Holland's about 2 seconds back from this fight for the lead. And Sam Watson once again is going to try to look down on the inside. Finally, they get around the Everett Lane car, the number 24 car, the damaged car of Everett Lane. He's limping around the track. I'm sure he's wanting to see a caution right about now.
That Jeff Gordon-inspired colored machine of Everett Lane. The Rainbow Warrior makes contact with the wall. The W&W Trucking Chevrolet limping around the track right now. He definitely needs a yellow flag to get down to pit road and get some of that damage taken care of. Good news for Everett Lane. He's only 1 lap down. He's the highest scored car a lap down. So if a caution flag came out, he would be the recipient of the Lucky Dog Award. Going off pit road is going to be the 3 machine of James Wilkins. Check out, he's actually going to come down pit road. And we might start seeing pit strategy come to play early rather than later, especially if you're a lap car. If you got nothing to lose, why not risk it down on pit road? The 38 of Dale Grable will be the first lead lap car coming down pit road, slows it down, hits the brakes hard coming onto pit road on lap 41. It looks like it will be a 2, if everything goes right, should be a 2 pit stop race for these drivers out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the JJN Retro Night. I started to say Retro Night presented by JJN Productions. The 38 machine of Dale Grable, to the attention of his crew, hits his marks perfectly. It will be at least a 2-tire stop for Grable, maybe 4 tires, as he gets ready to get filled that machine with virtual Sunoco fuel and get down and away. Grable makes a stop, great stop for his crew. 4 tires, they're down and away. Now more drivers going down pit road. Jason Halverson in, and the 24 of Everett Lane can't hold off any longer. He's going to come down pit road.
Yeah, Everett, he was hurting out there. He was all but wrecking about every single turn. He has real bad need of tires. Need to get this car fixed. He's hit the wall several times now in the past couple of laps. He's ready for. He's had enough. He's done. He's ready to get this thing fixed.
Jason Halverson in the historic Wood Brothers number 21 Ford Motorcraft machine comes down pit road. 4 tires and a full tank of fuel on his Ford Mustang. He is down and away clean off pit road. Meanwhile, your leader's trying to figure out when and how they can come down pit road. Colton Berkey will be the next one down to the attention of his crew. The SH&D trucking driver hits his mark down on pit road. Now he's just got to find his pit stall as everyone else starting to figure out when they want to come down pit road. Some guys might even risk it. Some guys might even make it a one-stop race. We'll have to see if they can do that. Jay Anderson, the Interstate Batteries Pontiac will come down pit road now as well.
I'm kind of watching this number 31 car, Richard Holland here. He's made his way up to 3rd position after last week's catastrophe of being disqualified for foul language on the track. He has moved his way up to 3rd position, and he's running strong.
Meanwhile, the 47 of Don Stevenson makes the pass on the 88 of Michael Churchman through turns 1 and 2 on the backstretch. Stevenson takes away position number 6 off the 88 of Churchman. The Coles Wheelberg Truck Center Chevrolet fighting with the Lafarge machine of Churchman, and it will be Don Stevenson now starting to pull away. This could have huge points implications depending on how it turns out. Stevenson ahead of Churchman for him position number 6.
Don Stevenson in an interview earlier this week, and Don Stevenson said he wants to get this points championship sewn up by next week. He's afraid of going into Talladega there because that's kind of a crapshoot. You never know what's going to happen in Talladega. You could get caught up in the big one, and that'd be the end of you. So Don Stevenson said he told me and Lance today or this week he wants to get this points championship sewed up before we see the Dover truck race.
Michael Tibbetts, the next driver to come off pit road. He is a couple laps down as well. So Tibbetts will come to the attention of his crew. 4 tires, a full tank of fuel. Salicardi, the Curiel Trucking Chevrolet, now also coming off of pit road. Same exact thing for him. 4 tires, full tank of fuel. Here road, and this race is going by in a hurry, guys. This race is going very, very quickly. These guys barely have time to catch their breaths, or catch even a pit stop. The 15 of Dominic Dieball, the small town Computers Buick, now down on pit road, looking for his crew for a little bit of help in that old school machine.
Yeah, Dominic Dieball with a little bit of damage there on the right-hand side. He's going to go ahead and take 4 tires and fuel. He's going to get the damage fixed on the car. He's going to, let's see how good of a pit stop his pit crew can get in for him today.
Don Stevenson's march continues to run. You might as well call him the Intimidator, as he is intimidating everybody on the track there. He gets around the 35 of Nathan Sedlak. That's the D&K trucking machine of Nathan Sedlak, running that old Purelator scheme out there, and Nathan Sedlak will fade to position number 4. Caution on the field is going to involve the number 97 of Michael Tibbetts. He's on his hood right now, guys. The 97 of Tibbetts sitting on his lid.
Seeing if I can see exactly what happened here.
97 and 26 are going to get involved out there. Michael Tibbetts trying to hold his line down in turns 1 and 2. The 26 of Marcus Babb just a little bit faster, and the 2 Old Schools Motorsports drivers get contact with each other. Tibbetts gets the worst of it, straight into the wall, up the incline in turn number 4, and that's going to be enough force to push him on his hood, and that could be the end of that car for Michael Tibbetts. He will have 1 reset, and he's going to have to burn it this time around. Michael Tibbetts on his lid, making a hard mag even harder. They're going to tow that car back to the garage and see if they can get the backup out, but that's going to hurt him. 3 laps down already, and it'll be at least a couple more laps before they tow that machine back to pit lane.
Stacey Adams, Nicholas Doucette, these guys have all just pitted, and these guys got a lap down. Nicholas Doucette, Dale Gravel, he's the lap down. Joel Wood, he's sitting the lap down. John Pansula is now the lap down. All these guys pitted right before the caution came out, and now these guys are going to be mired back here 1 lap down behind the field.
Alan Bowes will lead the lead lap cars down on pit road in the number 54 Monster Energy machine. Joining him, Richard Holland on pit road, Don Stevenson on pit road, Nathan Sedlak, Michael Churchma, the 25 of Bradley Cooper, the 60 of Sean Dower, the 27 of Gary Bauer, all to the attention of their crews. And guess what? They're looking for the exact same thing. 4 tires, full tank of virtual Sunoco racing fuel for each of these drivers. The 27 now in as soon as the 54 pulls out, and the 54 will be the first one off pit road. So your leader, Alan Bowes, retains the lead, followed by, it looks like the 31 of Richard Holland will be second off, followed by the 35 of Nathan Sedlak. Don Stevenson, long stop for him. He'll drop from 3rd to 4th. And Michael Churchma, the 5th one off pit road in that Lafarge machine. Pit road might just have come out of the equation here. 52 laps of a 125 lap race. They may need 1 more pit stop, but that might even be arguable, Carl.
Throughout the week here, that their cars are good up to about 35 to 40 laps. So after about 40 laps, they say they start to drop off a little bit, but they're still runnable. So you might see these guys just try for a 1 pit stop race. We got the number 31 car right now. He came out in 2nd place, Richard Holland. He's trying to redeem himself from last week's flub that he had on the racetrack, and looks like he was one of the drivers that said to keep an eye on him. He said he's looking to win this. He wants to redeem himself from last week.
One of these drivers trying to get a little redemption is the 15 of Dominic Dieball in the small town PC computers Buick out there. Normally a Chevrolet. Today it will be a Buick, and it looks like he gets back on the lead lap this time by not quite. Dominic Dieball, the sponsor of that machine, Small Town Computers, and of course Lance Mead joining us in the booth from Small Town Computers. Lance, what a great race it's been, hasn't it? Well, how do you like your view up here in the booth?
Oh man, it's been exciting. I kind of wish Dominic was doing a little bit better than what he is, but I've actually been really surprised to see, well, not since really, but Don Stevenson, he's really moved right up through there.
Don Stevenson certainly has. From a technical perspective, what do you think the secret is to being so successful in iRacing? You can buy the best equipment, you can buy the best wheel, the best graphics card, but if you're really looking to make an investment in virtual racing and sim racing, what is the best thing a sim driver can get for the money?
Oh, that's a very good question. I just have to think about this. A lot of it is skill. We've done a lot of interviews, Carl and I, just people running what I call cheaper wheels. Others running, Don Stevens is one of them running the G27. I personally believe that the better wheels do a lot better. So it's really hard to say. There's a lot to factor in with that.
But it's really all about the tactile input, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lights are off, so Don, looks like that group may get the wave around. They haven't got the wave around just yet, but all of them nosing down below. Small Town Computers, sponsoring number 15 machine of Dominic Dyball. If they want to get more information on how they can get their computer taken care of, who do they talk to, Lance?
They can go to our website, and that's at www.smalltownpc.net.
Lance be joining us up here in the booth. Stick around, Lance. We might need your technical input later on here. So back down on the track, Alan Bowes will restart in position number 1. Richard Holland second. Nathan Sedlak, the 35 machine, position number 3. Don Stevenson in 4th. Michael Churchma rounding out your top 5. Sean Dewar, the 60 machine, position number 6. Gary Bauer, the 27 in 7th. Bradley for 8th. Phil Gary 9th. And the CEO, James Brown, currently sits in the top 10. All eyes on Stevenson and Churchma. They will start 4th and 5th to each other, almost side by side, but not quite, as those two drivers get ready to do a little business here on the track. Alan Bowes has been strong so far tonight at Atlanta. He's looking to walk away with a $30 prize for coming in first place. Let's see if he is able to do that, as the pace car will make the hard left turn down pit road. Alan Bowes, Richard Holland, those two drivers will take the green flag on lap number 55, and we are doing business once again here at Atlanta. Alan Bowes up front, Richard Holland second. That might not hold on for too much longer, as here comes Nathan Sedlak on the inside. The D&K trucking machine trying to get around the 31 of Richard Holland, and look who's come along for the ride, Don Stevenson and Michael Churchma.
He's got up on the high side here, and these guys are just going to dive down underneath him, as we got Michael Churchman. He's going to fall in front of that, actually in front of Michael Churchman here, and be able to get it back down to the bottom of the track and hopefully stop the bleeding there.
Alan Bowes takes away the lead. Nathan Sedlak second. Don Stevenson third. Holland now fourth. Michael Churchma in fifth, but Churchma's under fire. Sean Dower, Gary Bauer, Phil Gary all behind him, all looking to make some noise here at Atlanta Motor Speedway with time running out. Back in the ground position number 11, a battle is brewing. James Brown loses a position to the 25 of Bradley Cooper, and it looks like he might lose another position to the 33 of Sam Watson. Sam Watson running side by side with a 00 of James Brown. James Brown can hold on in that Fireball Roberts machine, so the 33 will make the pass. For Sam Watson, position number 10, maybe position number 9, as he's going to go around the outside, trying to get around the 25 of Bradley Cooper. The 33 machine score him now position number 9, picks up 2 positions on the track. So Sam Watson, he's not going to be happy with 2. He wants 3. Now he's going to get around the 68 of Phil Gary. Another one of those Darrell Waltrip-inspired machines out there. Sam Watson, though, he is putting the hammer down, the pedal to the metal, as they say, and it looks like he might have some trouble on the track.
Wrecking on the back.
Yes, we do. It's going to involve the 39 or 28 of Michael Whitlock. He is having heavy smoke pouring out of his car right now. To Michael Whitlock in heavy trouble. He made at least contact with the wall. Not sure how the 28 got in trouble, but he is might be done after that major contact. The 28 will limp it back, and I don't believe we have a yellow flag on the field yet.
Keeping an eye here on that Sam Watson as he's making his way up through the field quickly. As he takes it down on the low side here underneath the Gary Bauer number 27 Wrangler car. Sam Watson looks like he is just making this easy right now. He's just passing cars at will on the inside and the outside.
Let's stay with that 30 machine. Makes it look easy. Cutting through the field, that Phoenix construction machine of Sam Watson out there. he is effortless out there in that Phoenix construction machine. He just looks like he wants this race. He wants it in a bad way. And Sam Watson just slicing through the field left and right. He's now on the rear bumper of Sean Dower. Michael Churchma up there as well. And those two drivers, if they're not careful, they might succumb to the 33. Sam Watson hitting the pedal hard. He's looking now for position number 6 the hard way.
The hard way, like I said before, I think he's trying to make it look easy. I haven't seen anybody make any passes to the outside too much this week at all. This is the first I've been watching Sam, though. He can put that car anywhere he wants. Right now he's on the outside here of Mike Churchma. Looks like he's going to put Mike Churchma back another position. Up here in the front, though, back up here to the front, though, we have Alan Bowes. He has pulled it out to just about a second lead over Nathan Sedlak. Nathan Sedlak is under fire right now by Don Stevenson, and Richard Holland looks like he's got it going forward again. He has pulled it back up here into 4th position after falling back into 5th, 6th position. He's got himself around Michael Churchma. Michael Churchma is now under fire by the number 60 car, Sean Dewar.
Bad news for the 38 of Dale Grable. He is going to receive a black flag. Officials saying he changed lanes before the start-finish line, so Grable being forced to do a drive-through penalty as a result of that restart, and Grable going to be in a little bit of trouble out there, Carl. Now after that bad restart. Yeah, if he's going to have to make a pit stop, that's going to definitely put him at least one lap down, maybe even more. But I've been keeping an eye here on this Michael Churchma car. Don Stevenson's loving this because Michael Churchma's falling back through the field now. He's back to 7th position, and he's under fire right now by Gary Bauer, the number 27 Wrangler car. Gary's going to take a look to the inside of Michael Churchma, and he's going to think better. He's going to pull up behind him here. Michael Churchma's going to slam the front door, as a matter of fact, and he's going to retain that 7th position for another lap. Alan Bowes checking out on this field last time around, 1.1 seconds over Nathan Sedlak and company. Sedlak 2nd, Stevenson 3rd, Richard Holland 4th, and look who's the caboose on that 4-car train. Sam Watson, the 33 machine, digging as hard as he can. Watson racing every lap like it's the last one. He's going to be looking for a big finish here tonight. And the funny thing about Sam Watson, he's got nothing on the line except money and pride. So you got to give a shout out to Sam Watson just for the tenacity out there to show up and steal himself a little bit of money, courtesy of Cora.
Then you got Don Stevenson. He's pushing really hard with Nathan Sedlak car right now. He's looking like he's going to want to try for another position. He's going to take a look to the inside of Nathan for the 2nd position. Don Stevenson is making his way up. He's doing what he has to do to be able to, like I said, he wants to nail these points down before they're going into Talladega. This is the way to do it. He's heading up to the front. Got Nathan Sedlak right now falling back to 3rd position. Don Stevenson is in... has moved his way up to 2nd, excuse me. Richard Holland is going to follow him through along with Sam Watson in the number 33 car. Sean Dewar is also going to look like he's going to take a look on the inside of Nathan Sedlak because he's going to fall back quite a few positions.
3 wide almost on the track. 2 wide now as they go through turns 3 and 4. Gary Bauer makes his way both around Michael Churchma and Phil Gary in another one of those Earnhardt Wrangler machines out there. Gary Bauer now position number 7, looking at position number 6, trying to get around the 60 of Sean Dower, the 35 machine of Nathan Sedlak. He was all the way up to 2nd. He's now going to back his way back to position number 5 as the 27 will almost make it 3 wide coming off of turn number 2. The 27 of Gary Bauer throwing caution to the wind. Gary Bauer in that regular machine with shades of Earnhardt on. He's going to go side by side with Sean Dower through 3 and 4.
Keeping an eye here on Michael Churchma right now. He's under fire heavily by Phil Gary. Phil Gary's going to want to, it's going to try to make a position here. Michael Churchma is not doing what he needs to do to get himself in the points, to keep himself up here in points. If he keeps falling back, he's going to be in big trouble here with Don Stevenson. Don Stevenson is going to run away with this.
All these guys, though, looking very strong out there. Alan Bowes the strongest, and as long as they keep fighting between themselves for positions 2 and so on, Alan Bowes can continue to dominate on this race, but he did lose a little bit of time now. Only just a second and a half over Don Stevenson and company. Stevenson now in 2nd, trying to fight off Richard Holland for that 2nd place position. Sam Watson in fourth. Nathan Sedlak now maybe driving to position number 6 as here comes Sean Nauer, one of the old school's motorsports drivers. He will now jump into position number 5, and here comes Gary Bauer along for the ride, normally sponsored by Sim Racing Setup Analyzer. He's going to work his way up to position number 6, and the decline of Nathan Sedlak continues. And remember, Carl, Nathan Sedlak can't afford to drop a whole lot of positions at this point. He's 42 points away from your leaders, away from Stevenson. That puts him about 30-some points away from Churchman Company. He needs a good run tonight. He can't have a top 10 run tonight. He needs to have a top 5 run tonight if he wants to be still in contention going to Michigan in 1 week's time. Nathan Sedlak needs to have a good run in the DMK Trucking Purelator Steam Machine. Nathan Sedlak so far trying to do that, but he's dropped off quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him there. He looks like he's got himself tightened up there somehow, and he's just having a really hard time making it through these turns, and he's just pushing up the track, and when he goes into the turns, and these guys are pretty much able to he just bounces it off the wall. Nathan Sedlak just taps the wall there, does a little bit of damage to the right front quarter panel of the car.
That's got to hurt just a little bit. He'll need a little bit of repairs, not a whole lot I can't imagine, but just enough to make it worth his while. Phil Gary, the 68 machine, he's going to use that advantage to pick up position on the 35 of Nathan Sedlak. Another driver starting to fall back through the field is the 88 of Michael Churchman, the Lafarge machine. Now under fire from Dylan Ackert, the Collision Works Express, a Chevrolet that inspired by the old colors of one Tony Stewart. So Dylan Ackert looking to smoke Michael Churchman, get himself solidly in the top 10. David Wank, 11, another driver who needs to have a great finish tonight, quagmired in traffic.
Driver right now that's in a little bit of trouble right now. Looks like it might be Don Stevenson. Don Stevenson's falling all the way back here to 6th position. Don't know exactly what happened. I wasn't up there with him. Richard Holland got around him. Sam Watson got around him. So did Sean Dewar. Gary Bauer. He's able to fall back in front of Phil Gary, but here in the last lap or so, he has fallen all the way back here to 6th position. So all of our points leaders right now are kind of falling back through the field.
Tires starting to go away on these machines. 50 laps to go as Alan Bowes crosses the start-finish line, and Bowes not leaving anything on the track. He's got 2.2 seconds over everyone else here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Tires starting to become an issue for these guys. What might have been a one-stop race is now turning into a two-stop race very quickly.
The one guy I don't know if he's going to be. One guy I don't know if he's going to be making a two-stop race or not. It's going to be the Alan Bowes car. I think he's liking where he's at. He's 2 seconds ahead right now of Richard Holland, and it doesn't look like he's going to look back. So whether or not he's going to make another stop is yet to be seen. But
Dominic Dieball, the 15 machine, he's in trouble. He just spun around by himself on the backstretch. He's limping now, down on the apron. Dominic Dieball 1 lap down, will go 2 laps down out there, and that might be enough to bring out the caution flag. No, caution stays squarely in the possession of the flagman. Dominic Dieball, though, in a world of hurt out there as he's going to limp it down pit road.
Yeah, Dominic, I don't know exactly what happened there, but he has a lot of He's got a lot of right side damage to his car there. He's crab walking it down pit road right now. Don't know if he's going to have it. I think he had some damage on the first time he was in the pits, so he might be having an extended stay in the pits here because I think he might have used up his repairs.
As you saw there on the replay just a moment ago, the 15 machine made contact with the apron in the apex of 2, got forced to go way high, makes contact with the safer barrier, and that's going to be enough to put him in the way of the 39 machine. That's the Curial Trucking machine of Salicardi, and that's going to spin him around, and that might be the end of his night, much to the chagrin of Lance Mead.
And he misses his pit stall when he pulls into the pits there. He overshoots his pits, had to back it up, which just one bad thing leads to another. He's going to go at least 2 laps down, maybe 3, before this is all said and done.
Meanwhile, the battle for position number 2 on the field. Richard Holland holding off his teammate Sean Dewar. Sam Watson in the mix as well once again. I think you're really starting to see the battle of tire maintenance and tire wear here a little bit. Last week we talked to these guys and they talked about the tire model and how the tire model came into play for them. Here you're starting to see that tire model come into play. The guys who can manage it better, they're now running up front. The guys who can't, they're in a little bit of trouble. They're going to get a little bit of trouble. It's starting to fall back through this field, and may have to make it another stop before they go all the way through. Bradley Cooper, he dropped off the track for just a moment due to electrical issues. That machine now back on the track. The only problem is Bradley Cooper in a little bit of trouble out there.
Keeping an eye here on the Richard Holland cars. He's starting to fall back through the field. Sam Watson now is going to be looking to his outside, as he's been doing regularly, passing on the inside and the outside. He looks like he's going to try the outside on Richard Holland. Richard Holland's going to be able to retain position. Look like for another lap. Here comes Sam Watson one more time. He's going to make another shot for it. And it looks like he's going to be able to make the pass this time. And now Richard Holland's under fire by Gary Bauer on the outside. Gary Bauer takes a look to the outside. He's going to think better, though. He's going to pull back in behind Sam Watson here, and in behind Richard Holland, and he's not going to try for the outside passes like Watson was doing.
Battle for position number 8 between the 88 of Michael Churchman, the 00 of James Brown, and the 29 of Dylan Ackert. A three-way battle for what was going to be position number 8. Now the 00 James Brown forced to choke it a little bit out there. Dylan Ackert almost bought the farm as they battled back and forth. David Wink in that mix, Nathan Sedlak in that mix as well. The 00 once again checking the 29 machine of James Brown, that Collision Works Express machine. The 29 Dylan Ackert. He's going to have a little bit of trouble out there now. Looks like in contact with the 20 of David Wink. James Brown, he may not have a monkey driving with him, but he's certainly driving like there might be a monkey in that car.
Well, Michael Churchman made a quick, hard turn to the right there when he saw that James was trying to go underneath him, and he kind of cut James off there a little bit. James had to get on the binders there to whoa it up before he got into the back end of him, but he almost got ran over by Dylan Ackert in the process. So yeah, that was a very close call there.
The 27 of Gary Bauer will come down pit road. 4 tires and a full tank and a half tank in the Sunoco Fuel quick stop for Gary Bauer, down and away, and I think he's broken the seal. I think now he's made it so that it's going to be a 2-stop race. And now it's not a question of when are these guys going to come down pit road, but who's going to be the first one to come down pit road, Carl?
I haven't heard anything on the radio as of late on what people are talking about. I've been trying to listen to some of the radios here and see if I can find out what people are saying about pit stops. I haven't heard anything right now. David Wink, I think he just said he's looking to make himself a pit stop. So the number 20 car in 9th place, he said he's coming into the pit stops next time by.
Well, to keep an eye on David Wink and company and see who's going to come down pit road and in what order they do so. Alan Bowes, 2.7 seconds over the field. He's running just as happy as a clam on lap number 87. This time by, nobody coming down pit road. Here comes Churchma, though. Churchma takes a big pass on James Wilkins. He's still sitting squarely in position number 7 right now. James Brown in 8th, David Wenk in 9th. He didn't come down pit road this last time by. They're all going to get around the 3 machine that belongs. The 3 machine belongs to James Wilkins. One of 3, count them, 3 Earnhardt Wranglers have counted on track so far. Nobody coming to the attention of their crew just yet. David Wenk will bypass this time by, and I think now everybody doing a little bit of horse trading on who they want to go down with and when they can afford to do so.
So David Wink fakes them all out. He said everybody heard him on the radio say he's going to go next time by, and he's gotten two laps without pitting. I know the one time he was on the outside of Dylan Ackert, there was no way he was getting down pit road. But that time he was down on the inside by himself, and he didn't make the pit stop. So maybe he's trying to see if he can fake some people out.
LaSalle machine of Bradley Cooper down on pit road, getting some damage repaired and tires on that machine. Another one on pit road is going to be, I believe, another one of those cars. This is not the 21, but that's going to be the 28 of Michael Whitlock. The Folgers machine direly needing repairs on that car, and he will get them this time around. So far, nobody breaking the seal just yet. Nobody wants to make the run down pit road. What they may not have a choice. David Wink now under fire from Nathan Sedlak, Dylan Ackert. Nathan Sedlak trying to get around the number 20 of Sedlak. Might be kind of pushing the issue here, forcing David Wink to reconsider his pit strategy.
Riding up here in the front with Alan Bowes, he's getting a little bit squirrely out here on the track. I wonder if he's going to be wanting some bits, getting some new tires on this car. He has dropped off a second of Sean Doer's caught him, by 1 second here now. He had a 3.5 second lead. He's down to a 2.8 second lead now. So I'm wondering if he's going to be wanting tires. I've been watching him a couple times here. He's gotten a little bit squirrely, getting off the turns, getting around these lap cars.
Tires starting to go away. Remember, it's been about a month and a half. Drivers have had this new Goodyear Eagle racing tire model out there, and they say this new multi-zone tire does not compare to the old ones. It wears a whole lot different, especially at tracks like Atlanta Motor Speedway, as these guys continue to run out on the track.
Taking a look here at Sam Watson. Sam Watson's made his way up to third position now as he got around Richard Holland. And he's really, really strong. He's now right on the back bumper of Sean Doer, getting ready to go around Sean for another position.
Stacey Adams, the last car on the lead lap, will come down pit road, this time by the real lucky machine. Will come down the attention of their crew, and they're going to look probably for the same exact thing everyone else coming down pit road will be looking for. 4 new tires and at least a tank of Sunoco virtual racing fuel on these machines. Michael Churchwell gets around the 24 of Everett Lane. Talk about a guy having a disappointing night tonight. The Rainbow Warrior machine of Everett Lane, the W&W Trucking Chevrolet. He was poised to have a good night tonight, qualified in the top 10. Currently sitting 3 laps down, position number 21. Colton Berkey down on pit road as well. Bradley Cooper still sitting on pit road. Marcus Babb off of pit road and back onto the racing surface. Everybody making different plans on how and when they want to come down. James Wilkins will come down pit road this time by. So it looks like we are going to see another round of pit stops, but the question is, when do you come in and who do you come in with?
Well, 33 car is coming in right now, so Sam Watson, he's getting ready to come in here. He's going to get 4 tires put on his car. He just announced he's going to make his stop next time by. So let's keep an eye on Sam, see what he does.
Sam Watson, that old Phoenix construction machine, he is going to be running the backstretch now right behind the 31 of Richard Holland. Now, if you're Richard Holland, knowing that the 33 is going to come in front of you, or behind you, do you come in front of him? Do you get the help, I should say? 33, big forces the check, the group to check up. 68, 47 now make contact. 47 in the wall. Don Stevenson spinning out of control as a result of that checkup. He's now spinning through the grass on the front stretch, able to save that car with a 47. Beat up. Don Stevenson, a favorite for this race, now in big trouble after that contact because of the checkup.
Yeah, they had a checkup there, the number 33 car, as he did down they're pulling into the pits there. He slowed up too much on the track and made these guys all have to check up. And the one who took it the worst is our points leader of Don Stevenson.
33 also wrecked, to be told now. Sam Watson may have wrecked coming on a pit road. I'm not sure. I missed that one. The 33. No, the 33. Not sure what happened with the 33. 47, you're watching that incident happen right now. And it all starts with a 33 that checked up in front of him and forced that incident to come out. Don Stevenson now coming down to pit road, and a whole host of other drivers down to the attention of their crews, including David Wenck down on pit road. It will also be Jason Halverson coming off, Eric Sharp down on pit road, and I believe a couple of the drivers snuck in as well. Don Stevenson, though, the one we're all going to be watching, as he's going to need a lot of help to get that car back in race condition.
Well, I believe that the caution is out on the track, and that's a little bit late for Don Stevenson. Don Stevenson already wet that lap down, so he's going to have a hard fight falling all the way back here to 10th position, a lap down in the pits, getting damage fixed on his car. Our points leader having a lot of problems right now.
Points leader in a in some big trouble as a result of that incident. Third caution flag thrown by the officials here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is Retro Night presented by JJN Productions. New leader credit on the table. It will be the 60 of Sean Dower. And I believe Alan Bowes may have been forced to come down pit road right before that caution flag came out, or right when the caution flag was thrown. I'm not sure which, but he is definitely one lap down now, sitting in position number 9. And it looks like the 54 of Alan Bowes did. And the 54 of Alan Bowes did sneak down pit road right before that caution flag came out. So the guy who was leading, the man who would be king, He'll get his lap back thanks to Lucky Dog, but that is going to be a hard call for him to take. He's going to have to fight his way back through the field.
Real strange turn of events here with the number 3 car starting that whole mess there as he was pulling into pit road there. He slowed up right in front of the field, and oh man, that was bad. He got, like I said, he got into our points leader. He got him spun around. Got a bunch of cars now laps down. Alan Bowes just got his lap back. I guess they decided to give him his lap back. It's going to be interesting to see how many other cars are going to be able to get back on the lead lap after this.
Let's go ahead and step away from the microphone. Let them get started out. It'll be Sean Dower, Richard Holland, Michael Churchman, Nathan Sedlak, Joel Woods, your top 5. Will it end that way? We'll find out when we return. You're watching the Cora Championship Online Racing Association Sunday Money Chase for the Championship live on LSRTV. Caution being completed here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Sean Dower, Nathan Sedlak, Phil Gary, Michael Churchman, Dylan Ackert, your top 5. And now we're being told the caution flag was thrown because of the checkup incident that stemmed from the 33 of Sam Watson coming down pit road. So that will be the official reason for your 3rd caution flag of the evening. As a result of that, Alan Bowes will drop to position number 9 after leading so much of this race. Richard Holland drops back to 8th, Sam Watson 10th, Gary Bauer 11th, and Don Stevenson will be the last one on the lead lap in position number 13.
Well, hey, Don doesn't want to end like this because he's sitting way behind Michael Churchman now, and Michael Churchman's got a good shot at getting up there, maybe even leading the lap. We got Nathan Sedlak, Sean Dower, Phil Gary up in front of him, so if he gets up there and leads the lap, and Don Stevenson doesn't, that's more points that he's going to be gaining on Don.
Restart has been called off. We will take him around one more time here, and we'll come back to green flag racing with 22 laps to go left on the track. So as it stands now, Michael Churchman could get a jump over Don Stevenson for the points lead. Remember, they only came in 16 points apart. And if you remember all the way back to last season, Michael Churchma contended with Dale Smalley all the way to the end for the third Cora Sunday Money Championship. Could this be the year Michael Churchma finds a way to walk away with a championship?
Whew, that's a good question. Walking away, I don't see him walking away with it, but they're going to be fighting tooth and nail, I think, right down to Talladega if it keeps up like this, because these guys are really close, and they're going to stay close if they keep up running like this. Because even though Don Stevens is sitting back in 13th position, he's not that far behind.
2 races left before we determine the Sunday Money Series champion. Be sure to join us next week when we go racing front with Collision Works Auto Body at Michigan in the Gen 6 cars, followed by the season finale, Agassiz Speedway 101, the trucks at Talladega. The way they start the season, they will finish the season with the trucks. It looks like caution has been called off one more time, or restart's been called off one more time. We'll be back to green flag racing in another lap.
I think they're trying to get these guys settled in here where they are on the track with their being laps down. We got a couple guys here saying that they should have gotten the wave by, and I think they're trying to determine exactly what happened here.
So now it looks like Phil Gary will get the wave around, and he will be 1 lap down he'll get his lap back. He'll now be sitting position number 13 in the 68 machine. So 13 cars will be back on the lead lap, getting ready to go green flag racing here. The pace car lights are off. It looks like we should be good to go out here, and we'll go back to racing with 21 laps left. Every time they call off that caution, Carl, it knocks off precious time these drivers could be using to go racing.
We are 104 laps into this 125 lap event, so yeah, it's winding down quickly here, and we have drivers like Nathan Sedlak and Sean Dewar sitting up here in the front. These guys could be poised to win a race here today.
Could very easily be poised to win a race. Nathan Sedlak will elect to restart in first on the outside lane. He's got to wait to pass the start-finish line before he jumps down to the low side. So this ought to be an interesting restart. Kevin McCarthy giving them the final instructions before they go green flag racing. The first racing Ford Mustang pace car makes the hard left turn down pit road. We're back to racing with 21 laps left to go. In the famous words of Darrell Waltrip, boogity, 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 let's go racing, you bunch of hot dogs. He said that once, I promise. I promise. He said that once at the beginning of the race.
I believe you. I believe you.
Sean Dower up front. Nathan Sedlak holds the top line all the way through turns 1 and 2, and now almost 3 wide as Joel Wood trying to muscle out Michael Churchma from position number 3, and here's Alan Bowes all the way up from position number 6. He's going to try to get back the lead out here and try to walk away this $30 payday. Joel Wood in that the Pennzoil R&R transport machine, the old Pennzoil Steve Park inspired machine. Trying to stay in position number 3, but that might be short-lived. He's got a lot of other drivers hungry around him looking for position.
Nathan Sedlak in the number 35 Derek Cope's paint scheme got it out time. Finally figured out who that was. That's Derek Cope paint scheme. He was taking a look down underneath Sean Dewar for something happened. He got down on the flat part of the track there on the infield, and he's falling back behind Sean Dewar again.
Michael Churchma holding on to position number 3. Joel Wood in position number 4. Alan Bowes now stuck in position number 5, and I believe the caution is out once again on the track. Yes, caution will come out for the 4th time tonight, and I'm not sure which one brought that out. Smoking turns number 1 and 2, so I'm assuming there was an incident that brought out the caution flag.
That incident was our race leader, Don Stevenson, gets spun again. Sitting here watching the replay right now, trying to find out just exactly what happened, but Don Stevenson went for the ride.
It all starts with the 26 of Marcus Babb right in front of him. He lost grip on that car after making contact with the 21 going through the tri-oval. He goes side by side, ultimately goes around after making contact with the grass. He'll make contact with the 21. The 21 gets into the 47, causing a 3-car chain of events that leads to the 47 getting spun, the 26 of Marcus Babb getting in trouble, and the 21 of Jason Halverson going for the ride as well. Don Stevenson now down on pit road. It looks like he did take the reset last time around, but Stevenson now is going to need 4 brand new Goodyear Eagles underneath him to make sure he can keep up with the rest of the competition. So Sean Dower will be up front, Nathan Sedlak second, Churchman third, Joel Wood fourth, Alan Bowes rounds out your top 5. James Brown, Dylan Ackert, Richard Holland, Sam Watson, Gary Bauer, your top 10. As Carl, I believe you've caught up with one of our drivers down there.
James Brown, you got a copy?
Hi, Carl.
Hey, James, how are you doing out there?
I'm having a blast, Carl.
Been a crazy night here. I've seen a lot of caution flags thrown out there at one time. I think we had 4 cautions at one time almost. How's the car handling?
The car is handling great, and I just love all these old retro paint jobs, man. It looks fantastic.
The Fireball Roberts car actually isn't that who you got your paint scheme as tonight?
Yes, I do.
That looks great, man. It looks great. Right now you're sitting here in front of Dylan Ackert. You think you got anything for these leaders?
I hope so. Don't know. They're pretty fast.
So how are we looking pit-wise? You think you're going to have to be making any more pit stops, or are you done for the day on pits?
I'm good. I'm good to go to the end now.
All right, James. Well, thank you for stopping up here and talking with us a little bit, and good luck tonight. Hope you have a good finish tonight.
Appreciate it, Carl and Joe. Thank you, and special thanks to JJN Productions, Jacob Nye. Thanks for the paint jobs tonight.
That was Carl Jones with the guy driving the 00 Fireball Roberts special scheme, and we still got him on the radio. There's one. Well, never mind. We don't have him on the radio anymore. Carl, you missed the most important question you could have asked him. Does he or does he not have a monkey in the car?
Oh, forgot about the monkey. That is the most important question you could have asked him. That's the one people want to hear. Oh, now I feel bad. I forgot about monkeys.
It worked for Fireball Roberts there. Why not for James Brown?
Just hope James Brown doesn't have the same kind of a finish of his career that Fireball Roberts had. We won't go on that one because that was a bad finish for Fireball.
But he did end up in the Hall of Fame. He's actually one of the class of 2013 inductees. Lights should go off this time around. Yes, they do. So we will go back to racing with 15 laps left to go here at Atlanta. 4th caution flag now coming to a close. Sean Dower still holds on to the lead. Nathan Sedlak second. Michael Churchma third. Joel Wood fourth. Alan Bowes rounding out your top 5. James Brown in 6th. Dylan Ackert 7th. Richard Holland 8th. Sam Watson 9th. And Gary Bauer rounding out your top 10. The rest of the field, at least on the lead lap, is Eric Sharp, Bill Gary, Don Stevenson, and John Pansula gets his lap back as a result of the lucky dog. Jay Anderson, Nick Doucette, David Wenk, Stacy Adams, Salacardi, Everett Lane at least 1 lap down, Colton Berkey, Dominic Dival, Jason Halverson, all running towards the tail end of this field, and a handful of drivers pulling it behind the wall as a result of the incident. Last car on the field will be the 21 of Jason Halverson. Check that. It will be Marcus Babb, one of the last ones out there. So Bradley Cooper, Dale Gravel, Michael Whitlock, and Michael Tibbetts all calling it a night due to damage, incidents, and other events taking place here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Drivers getting their final instructions, and once again, it'll be 60 of Sean Dower on the low line, the 35 of Nathan Sedlak on the high side as we get ready to go racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Sean Dower, Nathan Sedlak side by side as the first racing Ford Mustang pace car will take the hard left turn down pit road. Sean Dower in charge of this field, the old school's motorsports driver looking for a big win, hits the hammer, and there goes Nathan Sedlak. Big checkup though, right behind him. Sedlak checks up Joel Wood, checks up James Brown out there, and now Michael Churchwell looking for the lead.
I was going to say, don't look now, but Michael Church was looking to get up here and get his 5-vector bonus points for leading a lap, which is going to give him another 5 points on Don Stevenson. Don's still sitting back here in the 13th position, not wanting to see Michael Churchman get up there and lead his lap, I'm sure. But Sean Dewar's able to fall back down in front of him, and looking to the outside right now is Alan Bowes looking to the outside of Michael Churchman for position.
14 laps left before we decide a winner here at Retro Night, presented by JJN Productions, part of the Cora Sunday Money Series. Sean Dower, Alan Bowes, Michael Churchman, 1, 2, and 3. Bowes has the advantage. Bowes pulls on the outside, and here comes Bowes once again trying to hunt down the 60 of Sean Dower. He's going to try to nose it around the 60. 60 low. 60 trying to hold on to the lead. The 54 won't let him have it, though. He's going to continue to run him down. 13 to go. Dower retains the lead.
Alan Bowes sitting out here on the outside of Sean Dewar. Sean Dewar really working hard to try to keep him back there. Alan Bowes is working just as hard to try to get him up in front. He wants to get that lead back. He's led most of this race. He wants to lead the last few laps here and take home the Sunday Money victory.
13 to go, 12 when we hit the start-finish line. This now side-by-side will be a drag race through the tri-oval. The 54, the 60, Alan Bowes just too strong. The monster takes back the lead on lap 114. With 12 laps to go before we determine a winner here in Atlanta. Bowes now getting past Sean Dower. Dewar doing everything he can to try to get back to the lead. Bowes just too strong on the backstretch.
Michael Churchman now looking to the inside of Sean Dewar. He's going to see if he can get up here and get in second position.
Caution is out once again on the field. Bowes in front, Dower second, and it will be Michael Churchman third. Not exactly sure what caused the caution to come out, but I've got a feeling it involves the 40 of Stacey Adams. Heavy smoke coming out of the 40 machine, and the 40 machine was involved in a multi-car incident that saw some cars flying through the air. You're seeing the replay now up on your screen. It's going to start between the 68 and the 27. The old school's driver, Phil Gary, and the 27. I'm sorry, the 68 of Phil Gary and the 27 of Gary Bauer. Coming off of turn number 2, the 68 was already loose after making contact with the 27. The 27 just finishes the job. Both those drivers go straight into the line of traffic, and they are going to hit the wall hard. The 27 makes heavy contact direct with the wall, but gets the punt from the 20 of David Wenk, and the 40 machine of Stacey Adams also getting heavy damage as a result of that incident. Stacey Adams now coasting that car down to pit road, to the safety of pit road, where I believe Stacey can still use the reset out there. 10 to go here at Atlanta. We've got maybe one restart, maybe two if we're lucky left in us. Alan Bowes, Sean Dower, Michael Churchman, Nathan Sedlak, and Sam Watson, your top 5. And that big win, the big finish that the 20 of David Wenk was looking for, I think that just evaporated with his engine.
Wow, that's a shame. That was a hard hitter. Looks like it took about 4 or 5 different cars out of that in that incident alone. And one guy who's not wanting to see these cautions, I don't think, though, is going to be Don Stevenson, sitting back here in 10th position. I think he's wanting to see this thing go green so he can try to make some passes here and get back on the back bumper of Michael Churchman.
Michael Churchman did not get the bonus points for leading a lap. He did not lead a lap out here. Neither did Don Stevenson. So both those drivers looking for, now it's all going to be based on position. 5th caution flag of the evening here at Atlanta. With between 8 lean changes, the man leading most of those laps, though, Alan Bowes, he's back on point, looking to get his $30 payday as a result of winning Retro Night, presented by JJN Productions. 2 more races left in the chase for the Cora Sunday Money Cup. Next week, June 15th, we will go to the 2-mile D Oval in the rolling Irish Hills of Michigan for the Collision Works Auto Body race. The Gen 6 cars at Michigan. You don't want to miss that. 8 p.m. start time here at LSRTV, and then the finale, June 22nd at Talladega. They will end the season the way they started it, with the trucks at Talladega. No holds barred racing. It's the Agassiz Speedway 101 with the trucks at Talladega. Great racing you won't want to miss here on LSRTV. To find out more about the Cora Series and the Sunday Money Series, be sure to visit their website, Cora-Racing.com. Cora-Racing.com, home of the Championship Online Racing Association. Gary Bauer getting muted on track. It looks like they're getting a little mouthy out there with each other, but I think that's just because tensions are running high. If we do it right, we should restart this race with 7 laps to go, which might just be enough for one, maybe a second restart if we get a quick caution.
I want to make a quick shout out to some friends of ours watching from out in California, out in Palm Springs, California. Welcome to our broadcast. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope all your fans here that are in watching the broadcast are enjoying the broadcast tonight.
And certainly a lot of fun watching these things. Remember, we only have 2 races left in the series. This all started January 12th, 2014 for the Dale Smalley Drywall 101. Ross Cato, ultimately the winner there at Talladega. And I guess we could consider Talladega really kind of a home track for Cora in the Sunday Money Series. We've been to Talladega 4 times. It'll be 5 when we get to the season finale in just 2 weeks of the Agassiz Speedway 101. So the rest racing really is yet to come.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and yes, Talladega is pretty much our home track. That's Cora's home track there. That's their season closer every year. And it makes for some really exciting races out there when they get out there with those trucks.
Lights are off, so it'll be 7 to go when we go back to Green Flag Racing. Alan Bowes, Sean Dewar, Michael Churchman, Nathan Sedlak, Sam Watson, your top 5. Dylan Ackert, James Brown, Joel Wood, Richard Holland, Don Stevenson, your top 10. Eric Sharp, John Pansula, Jay Anderson, and Phil Gary gets his lap back. So the 14 drivers will be back on the lead lap. It will be 7 to go when we go back to Green Flag Racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I've got a feeling this is going to be the race to determine the race here at Atlanta and Retro Night with JJN Productions. A lot of fun, though, seeing all these old school cars come back on track and live in the glory of the lights once more here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The pace car getting ready to make the hard left turn down pit road for what could be the final time tonight. Alan Bowes, Sean Dewar, Michael Churchman, Nathan Sedlak, Sam Watson, they will battle it out between themselves for the victory. Alan Bowes, all rests on his shoulders. The monster gets the start, he gets the jump, and that's all she wrote. 7 left to go. Alan Bowes, Sean Dewar, Michael Churchman now side by side into turns 1 and 2.
One car that is out of this race right now is the number 20 of David Wink. That is huge for the point standing for the Busch Series this season. David Wink looks like he's going to finish in the 23rd position. Is that going to be enough to get these guys up here and take the points lead away from him for the Busch Series?
Well, to find out is the 88 and 33 now doing battle side by side for position number 2. That is the 33 of Sam Watson, the 88 of Michael Churchman. Now continuing to run as hard as he can right behind the 33 machine. He is going to try to hold on to position number 3, the 35 of David Sedlak, the D&K trucking machine, trying to get around the 88 of Churchman. Churchman won't have it, though. He's going to get right in front of the 35 on the back bumper of the 33 of Sam Watson. Alan Bowes has got this race in a stranglehold once he crosses the line. 5 to go.
Three wide, got around Joel Woods, no incidents. Joel Woods did get down on the grass there after collecting himself, but 2 cars just made a pass, one on the inside, one on the outside of Joel Woods. 3 wide here at Atlanta.
2 wide up back up front as Church was still trying to fight off Sedlak. Now Sean Dewar in that battle as well for the podium position. Churchma needs this podium position to take away the points lead from Don Stevenson, as only there's going to be 5 points positions between them. Churchma, Sedlak, Sean Dewar, your top 5 as a 35 and 60 now back side by side. 35 goes around. 35 makes contact with a 60. 60 able, 35 able to save it, but Nathan Sedlak not happy about that one. The 47.
Close call there. The 47. Go ahead.
54 of Alan Bowes, no caution flag on the field, so we'll continue to run. 3 to go at this point. Alan Bowes continues to run up front. Sam Watson now on his back bumper. Church was solidly in third. Sean Dower fourth. James Brown now breaking into the top 5. Richard Holland, Don Stevenson, your top 7. As now Stevenson trying to get under the 31 of Richard Holland, trying to get into the top 5. The 31 and 00. Dangerously close to each other through turns 3 and 4. Able to save it though. Holland getting a hit cap, getting in front of James Brown. It's going to be 2 to go. Popsicle sticks fly in the air for Alan Bowes, Sam Watson, Michael Churchma. Sean Dower now trying to run down the 88. Makes contact with the apron. Not going to happen that time by James Brown. Still trying to fight off the 31 of Richard Holland. Don Stevenson trying to pick off position as well. 13 machine, I'm being told, involved in some trouble. No, it will not be the 13. Let's continue to run up front with your leaders, Alan Bowes, Sam Watson. They will continue to run up here, and that is going to be it. 1 to go. Caution flag is out, and the race is over. Alan Bowes walks away with the win. Sam Watson second, Churchma third, Dower fourth, and James Brown rounding out your top 5. It'll be the 18 machine, Jay Anderson, bringing out the caution flag out there in that Interstate Batteries Grand Prix. And I'm not exactly sure what happened to the 18 machine. It looks like he might have had some electrical issues out there on the track. All I know is that he got involved, looks like, with the 15 machine. That belonged to Dominic Dyball, and it looks like the 26 of Marcus Babb got into him as well that caused that 18 Interstate Batteries machine to spin out. Electrical issues, the cause of that caution, but that is going to be enough to end the race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. They've got one last parade lap left to go, and that will be controlled by Alan Bowes, the monster, who's been dominating this race. Will cross his line first, Sam Watson second, Michael Churchma rounds out your top 3. Alan Bowes walked away the big winner. He'll take away the $30 paycheck, but arguably the bigger victory belongs to Michael Churchma, as this third place finish might give him just enough to get past Don Stevenson in the point standings. When we return, we'll talk to your top 3 drivers, recap how everything ended, and get ready to go racing once again at Michigan next week. Alan Bowes, your winner. We'll talk to your top 3 next here on LSRTV. Alan Bowes dominates this race in the number 54 Monster Energy Machine. He will win Retro Night presented by JJN Productions without a retro paint scheme on the car. Sam Watson finishes second, Michael Churchman third, Sean Dower fourth, James Brown finishes fifth, Richard Holland, Don Stevenson, Eric Sharp, Dylan Ackert, Joel Wood, your top 10. Nathan Sedlak, John Penzula, Phil Gary, Jay Anderson, Sal Carty, your top 15. Everett Lane, Dominic Dyball, Nick Doucette, Jason Halverson, James Wilkins, your top 20. Marcus Babb, Gary Bauer, Stacey Adams, Colton Berkey, David Wenk, your top 25. Gary Cooper, Dale Grayville, Michael Whitlock, Michael Tibbetts, rounding out your 29-car field here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. But the race really in control of only one driver. That driver, Alan Bowes, in a not old-school paint scheme, but nonetheless does not hold him back from a first-place finish here at Atlanta. And Alan, climbing out of the car, I gotta know the answer to this. What made this car so strong here in Atlanta?
Quite honestly, I don't even know. Like, the guys back at Fastlane Motorsports put me together a fantastic car, and Sam Watson, my teammate, he was just as strong. So I don't know how they did it, but hey, I mean, that was awesome right there.
Leading the most laps on the field tonight. Looks like you guys are having a field day out there. How much fun was it just to run in traffic knowing that you had the strongest car on the field?
It was pretty cool. When we were navigating lap traffic, it got kind of scary sometimes, and even when I think it was the 39 that was flipping in turn 2, that was interesting. And yeah, it was just cool to navigate traffic, just slightly hold my lead or pull away whenever I needed to. It was awesome.
Now let me ask you this. It looks like the only weakness in that number 54 machine was might have been the tire model. How did the new tire model work for this number 54 machine, and how did it handle under old tires?
It handled perfect. I was able to drive it hard enough and maintain tires well enough to where it didn't get to the certain spot where it just falls off completely. And I couldn't have asked for a better car.
$30 payday, where does that money go?
Well, first off, I'd have to pay back my mom some of it because she lent me $6 to do this. So, got to pay her back, and the rest will probably go to my iRacing account.
Alan, before I let you go, any shout-outs you want to give? Anyone you'd like to thank? Microphone's all yours, my friend.
I'd like to thank Blake Bryant, Sam Adams, Brandon E. Williams, Sam Watson, my teammate, Houston Hamer, all the guys back at Fastlane that helped put together this car. Thank you.
Alan Bowes walking away, position number 1 tonight, and he'll have a trip to the bank on Monday, of course, after he pays mom back for helping him out. Great run, Alan, and best of luck to you on your continued iRacing efforts.
Thank you.
Alan Bowes finishing first here tonight, number 54 Monster Energy Machine. Right behind him, his teammate Sam Watson in a slightly older school machine, if you want to call it that. Sam, you and the 54 just had something great going on out there. And the 54 couldn't put the finger on what the secret was. What was the secret for you in that 33 Phoenix construction machine?
Just testing all week, know what my car was going to do late in the run like that. And I think that the amount of hours we put into this, our finish proved it.
First race with Cora, finishing first and second. Definitely not a bad showing. How much time and how much effort came into perfecting these cars tonight?
I'd say roughly about 3, maybe 4 hours at the most this week, because we really wanted to put our cars on the line this week and go at it for 125 laps, and it looked like it proved it as well.
No, you heard Fastlane had a lot to do with your and Alan's car tonight. How much did they help you, and how much did they help you really navigate the waters here at Cora?
Just with all the people on that team that, like, you can go around and ask somebody for help, and they can point out stuff. It's just the amount of people that in that team that help you along the way. And that's probably what most of our success came off of, was just the amount of help and the people around us.
Sam, Highside Motorsports finishing first and second tonight. Are we going to see Highside come back again here to Cora, or is this just a special for Atlanta?
Oh, we'll be back. Not sure about Michigan right now, but Talladega will be there, running on the top.
Sam, before I let you go, anyone you want to thank, any shout outs you want to give? I see you got the Twitter handle back on the back of that car. Give us a promo for you and your team.
Follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you back. And follow me to the high side and to the front.
Sam Watson finishing second in that 33 machine. Not really an old school paint scheme, but old enough, as they say, considering Phoenix no longer on the track. Sam, best of luck to you. We'll look forward to seeing you definitely in 2 weeks at Talladega.
Thank you.
That's Sam Watson finishing second here tonight at Atlanta for Retro Night presented by JJN Productions. Michael Churchman, the 88, finishing third. And Michael, first off, I got to ask you about the paint scheme. No retro colors tonight?
There should have been one on there. It should be the Lafarge employees paint scheme on there.
Well, we definitely saw a lot of Lafarge tonight, and a lot of the aluminum in Illinois shop tonight, especially up front. Third place finish. This might put you over Don Stevenson in the points.
Yeah, it's been kind of a tough journey trying to get a top three, and I haven't yet to get a win, and hopefully I can get one accomplished before the end of the season here. Don, he's a great driver too, and hopefully I got a little jump on him, but he finished 7th place there, so I didn't probably get too big of a jump. But I want to thank Storm Motorsports and everybody over there, my teammates, Don and Dave and Nathan Sedlick, for helping me out with setups. Very much appreciated that. The Farge employees. Tried to get a first place finish for you guys tonight, but I'll take a 3rd place at just as good. So otherwise, that's about it. It was a pretty good race.
Michael, about this race out here tonight, it looks like you guys held back a little bit to the very end. Was that on purpose, or was that just the condition of the track tonight?
Just with the new follow-up with the tires and everything, they fell off really quick, and you had to really conserve on the tires. So it was more or less just saving what you had there, and then at the last run there at the end, pretty much gave it all I had there, and I didn't have too much for the 54 and 33 there. They had a pretty good car at the end there, but I'll take a 3rd.
Last season, you and the 88 team were the bridesmaid to Dale Smalley. Is this the season Michael Churchman gets his first championship?
I sure hope so. I would definitely like to come out on top of this deal, and I've been working really hard and been with Cora for this will be my 5th season coming up here, and hopefully I can capitalize here.
Michael Churchman finishing 3rd in the 88 Lafarge, Elgin, Illinois machine. Michael, great run out here tonight. We will see you in 1 week's time at Michigan.
All right, thank you guys.
That's Michael Churchman finishing 3rd here tonight in the 88 machine. 2 races remain in the Cora Sunday Money Championship Series. Next week, we will go to the Irish Hills of Michigan to the 2-mile oval in Brooklyn. It's a Collision Works Auto Body Michigan race at Michigan with the Gen 6 cars. You won't want to miss that 8 p.m. start time here on LSRTV. And then next week, it all ends where it all started. June 22nd, 2 weeks' time, Agassiz Speedway presenting the Agassiz Speedway 101 from Talladega Superspeedway in the trucks. We will end this season the way we kicked it off all the way back in January. The points picture getting a whole lot tighter with that 3rd place finish from Michael Churchman. Can he finish it off, or will we have another one rise to the top? Only one way to find out. Be sure to join us in 1 week's time when we go racing from Michigan International Speedway. On behalf of our entire broadcast team, Lance Mead joining us special in-booth, my partner in crime, Carl Jones, Laura Lawson pushing all the buttons and making the magic happen in the hauler. I am Joe Cortez. Until next time, good night, race fans, from Atlanta Motor Speedway.